Hello YouTubers, Roguemonkey Jr. here, and as you all know, I've been playing the Battlefront 2 beta for Star Wars over the weekend, and I was having quite a lot of fun with it. The gameplay is actually pretty good, and there seems to be a lot more content than Battlefront 1, which came out in 2015. But one of the major problems with Battlefront 2 is the loot crate system. Now, we all knew that Battlefront 2 was going to have a crate system, and that was going to fund the free DLCs that would come out for everybody, because we know that this new Star Wars game does not have a season pass or premium pass, so they need a way to fund the DLC that will come out for the game in the future. Now granted, there will probably not be as much DLC as we had in past games, which we paid for with the premium pass, but there will still be some regardless. But the way to fund this was with the loot crate system, and a lot of people were actually seeing this coming, that it was going to be a pay-to-win game. And in the beta, the way the loot crate system is set up right now, you can pretty much call it a pay-to-win. I mean, in the beta, the speed at which you get loot crates and parts and credits and all that stuff was accelerated in order to give the players a chance to try out as many star cards as possible. But in the full release of the game, it will be a lot slower, and you will earn credits and loot crates a lot slower, but you will still obviously have, hopefully, your daily crates. But anyways, star cards, what they do is they give you the ability to either change an ability on your trooper or boost his abilities that he already has. So, and the only way to get these cards is to craft them with crafting parts or to get them through loot crates. So like the big part of the progression system is tied into this system, which uses random number generators, and you can purchase these through the store. So there has been a large outcry from the community saying that this is a pay-to-win system, and frankly it is, because as I said, like, the biggest part of the progression system is tied to loot crates, which you get after playing for a certain amount of time or buying them with the credits you get at the end of the match. But I mean, it is totally random what you get in it. So people who buy crates with real world money are most likely to have the better cards come out because of the sheer amount of quantity that you might buy. So let's say people buy 100 loot crates, they have a lot better chances to get the let's say the rare cards or the epic cards or whatever that give you the best bonus for your trooper. Now, I mean, you can also argue that star cards or ability cards are only useful if you are somewhat mechanically skilled at the game, but I mean, it does give you quite a good advantage. Some star cards are quite powerful. For example, the Assault class has a star card which gives him X amount of health depending on the rarity of the card every time he kills somebody. So you can go on massive kill streaks getting health every time you kill somebody, and that is a massive advantage to have on the battlefield in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, I don't know what they're going to do to fix this, but they can't keep it like this because they will kill the game just like they have every other game. I would much rather see the loot crate system have only cosmetic items in it or stuff like that. People will still buy them. People love cosmetic items and extra soldier customizations and stuff like that, and they will definitely make money even though if they take out the star cards, because right now basically you play, but the only way to get progression on your soldiers or troopers is this random number generator, which is the loot crate system, and there's no way for you to actively like work towards something other than maybe the challenges was give you credits. But I mean, there's no real way of like progressing your soldier and progressing his abilities without those random loot drops from the crates. So I mean, they are forced to do something and change this, because if not, I think a majority of the community will not support Battlefront 2 for very long, and some might even get it reimbursed or cancel the pre-order that they had, because this is just a bad way of fixing a progression system, tying it to a random number generator system like a loot crate system. For example, in Battlefield 1, people were complaining about the microtransactions, but I mean, they are only cosmetic items, and there is nothing that gives your soldier an advantage. Like, there's no soldier or class progression that gives you an advantage over somebody else. Of course, you might unlock other weapons, but that is not tied to the battle pack system. It is completely apart from that, and leveling and playing the game gives you the ability to unlock those weapons with the war bonds, so that's fine. But I mean, in Star Wars Battlefront, you get cards and you get progression for your individual class, in which gives you great bonuses, and having this tied to a random number generator loot crate system is a terrible idea, especially if you can buy those for real world money, because people with a lot of disposable income will obviously buy these crates to get the best cards possible and get those crafting parts to upgrade their cards very quickly and then have the advantage on the battlefield. And I think this just is going to turn into a shitstorm. So something that they could do is maybe tie the star cards to the specific class. So let's say the assault has different star cards from the specialist, but tie those loot cards, or sorry, ability cards, to that class, and when you level that specific class, you unlock the cards that go with it, and then you unlock the different ability slots. So each class has 3 different slots, which you can equip different abilities or boost cards to, and then they could tie it that way to make it so that you have to play that specific class to unlock their star cards and also unlock those extra ability slots. And they could also make it so that you can use maybe credits to upgrade the cards, or you get crafting parts depending on your performance in the game, because right now there is absolutely no reward in getting top score, because everybody is awarded the same amount of credits on the winning team and everyone in the losing team is awarded the same amount of credits. So there's no point in playing the objective or PTFOing, because you're not going to get more credits than somebody else. And right now, how it is right now, the crate system, you can use credits to buy loot crates for the chance of getting those ability or boost cards. But anyways, the whole system is pretty flawed, and people predicted this way back when they announced that there was going to be no premium pass for Battlefront 2. They said it's probably going to turn into a pay to win, and that is exactly what it turned into. And I think that is a terrible way. You're already paying $79.99 Canadian for me for the game, and then you'd have to pay or basically base your progression off some random loot crate system. I mean, if it was a free-to-play game, nobody would give a shit, because, I mean, it's free, so you don't mind as much spending a couple of dollars to maybe get the chance to get some better cards. But I mean, in general, the pay-to-win system is a very bad business model, and it's a very bad game model, because people that just want to buy the game and have fun, well, sometimes they're just going to have a terrible time, because these people with high amounts of disposable income already bought a lot of loot crates, have the best cards, and are just shitting all over them when they're playing the game, and that is just not fun for anyone. So I'm not going to keep going on this subject. I gave my opinion. I would like you guys to give your opinion in the comments down below, or even on the Discord server. We can talk about that in the Battlefront 2 chat. If you guys don't have or haven't joined the Discord server yet, there's a link in the description down below. While you're down there, be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.